Let's talk about designated ELD distance learning and what that looks like for third through fifth grade students in our district. As you know, designated ELD is a requirement, and last week our State Department confirmed that we need to make sure that we're providing services for our English learners. And in our district, we're utilizing the two methods of distance learning, the asynchronous and the synchronous. The asynchronous really is about the Google Classroom assignments that we're assigning students, our packets, our previously recorded lessons. The synchronous is those virtual lessons that we do through Google Hangouts, our phone calls, and maybe even small group lessons that we provide our kiddos. Our students in third through fifth grade have a focus area that includes reading informational and literary text, and writing focuses on evidence and elaboration. And what I want to do is provide you with some ideas to implement and support English learners through that lens. We have a lot of EL resources that we've shared out through our website. And although we have multiple resources, the key is going to be that, and our students have Chromebooks and hotspots, the key will be that support and that navigation of those resources, the grouping, holding our students accountable. That's going to be very critical. So as a classroom teacher, I would ask myself, where do I begin? I did receive an EL list of students with their LPAC levels. Maybe my suggestion would be that, and I would recommend that starting up with putting those students into one or two or three small groups, depending on their EL levels and how they're progressing through how they've made progress through the year. And I want to share with you some examples of what those lessons would look like for LPAC 1 and 2, specifically in reading. During Google Meets, you could do read alouds, fiction, nonfiction, have students look at the pictures of the story, and using sentence stems to guide their acquisition. Things like, lots of picture talk, walk, ask them questions about, what do you know about what this picture is saying? Show me a picture. They can even say, in this picture, I see. Question them on their sounds. Ask them to tell you how many characters are in the story, who is their favorite character. If they're reading nonfiction, two or three vocabulary words that you might want to teach out of that, and then ask them to talk about or write as a follow up, write some sentences that relate to what you just read over the phone or over the Google Classroom Meet. So the students have some idea of a follow-up. Also, they could do a story map from the reading that you did where they create a title, character, setting, problem. In one page, they can actually draw the story, they can label it, they can write sentences to kind of show their comprehension. For LPAC 3 and 4 kiddos, as you know, they tend to have better oral skills, but they need support in reading. And really, some things, most of our reading that they do, that you've assigned them, they have an audio that they can use so that they can actually hear a good model of reading. After the reading is finished, they can respond using a pad through Padlet, where you create a question about the reading, provide a few sentence stems, and they can actually write a couple of stickies on the Padlet. What's nice about the Padlet, other students get to see it as well. In writing, they can, retell a story. They can actually do, through nonfiction, have them write three things that they read about related to the topic, what they learned, what do they want to know more of. And for fun, they can write recipes, family stories, memories that they're making. For online, there are lots of online reading opportunities for all of our ELs. Benchmark Advanced Adelante, they have excellent ELT resources. Mayan, Scholastic, Newsela, they're all free. Lots of opportunities. You can assign them a couple of stories of their choice under fiction, nonfiction, and have them really read and do some follow-up work. There are examples of Newsela prompts and things for their ELs, comprehension questions, and all of these resources will be in the Google Classroom where you can reference and really look through so that you can create those awesome lesson plans. Thank you so much. I know everyone's working very hard and we're all in this together and we're all learning together.